Hello and welcome back to Digital Dynamo Lab. In today's video, we are going to talk about unit testing, one of the most important techniques in software testing. Unit testing helps us test each small part of the code, like individual functions or modules, to make sure they are working correctly before combining them into the full system. Let's get started. Here are the topics we will cover in this video on unit testing. About unit testing, what it means and how it works. Why unit testing? Why developers and testers use it? Example of unit testing with a simple function to understand better. Advantages of unit testing. The key benefits it provides. Disadvantages of unit testing. The challenges and limitations. So, by the end of this video, you will have a clear idea about unit testing and how it is used in real projects. Unit testing is the first level of testing done before the other levels of software testing. In unit testing, individual units or components of software are tested. A unit may be a function, method, procedure, module or object in the program. Each module of the project is checked one by one. This is also called component testing. Unit testing usually uses white box testing techniques and is performed during the coding phase of SDLC by software developers. Common unit testing tools include JUnit, NUnit and PHP-Unit. Now let's see why unit testing is important. It helps developers check the correctness of code and enables them to make changes quickly. It ensures that every function and procedure in the project is tested. Bugs can be found and fixed early in the development cycle, which saves both time and cost. It also helps in creating proper documentation of the code. Unit tests support code reuse. When you move your code to a new project, you can also migrate your test. Overall, unit testing makes the software development process faster and more efficient. Let's take a simple example of unit testing with a calculator app. Imagine we have a function called add a, b that adds two numbers. We give an input like 2 plus 3. The expected output is 5. If the function gives the same result, the test is marked as passed. If the result is different, the test is failed. This is exactly what unit testing does. It checks each small function or module to make sure it works correctly before moving on to bigger parts of the system. Unit testing has several important advantages. Because of its modular nature, testers can test individual parts of a project without waiting for the whole system to be completed. It helps the development team focus on the functionality of each unit and how it should work. Bugs and issues can be detected and fixed early in the development process before they grow into bigger problems. It ensures that each unit of code meets the requirements, which improves overall software quality. Unit testing also makes developers work faster and more efficiently since they can identify issues right away. Although unit testing is very useful, it has Some disadvantages. It requires more time and effort to create and maintain test cases, especially for complex systems. It only focuses on individual units, so it may not be enough to test the interaction between different units or modules. It requires ongoing maintenance since the code and test cases must be kept up to date whenever the software changes. So, unit testing is powerful, but it cannot completely replace other levels of testing. That's all for today's session on unit testing. I hope you now understand what unit testing is, why it's important, its advantages and its limitations. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to like, share and subscribe to Digital Dynamo Lab for more tutorials on software testing and development. See you in the next video.